Welcome to the Paris Lady Eagle Volleyball Coaches Show, presented by Logan County Glass. See them for all your auto, home, and office glass and mirror needs. And the Paris Eagle Foundation. Now, here's Josh Reinhardt and head coach Jerry Fulmer.
Where you can have an ice cream and watch football, or you have a coffee and watch volleyball. Family owned, alumni owned, 22 Brew. Go Eagles!
Logan County Glass on Highway 22 in Paris. See them for all your glass and mirror needs, whether it's automobile, shower enclosure, windows, or commercial. Logan County Glass in Paris.
Looking for a fast and friendly pharmacy? ExpressRx offers free delivery, convenient drive-through, and personalized service. We are your hometown pharmacy. ExpressRx. Come in and experience the difference.
Farm Credit of Western Arkansas and Paris. Proud to support our farmers, families, and Friday night football. Rural Linden, hometown strong.
When it's time for your next vehicle, shop local and drive with pride. You'll get more than a great car. You'll get hometown service and support from folks who know you by name. Paris Ford and Paris Chevrolet, proud supporters of the Paris Eagles.
At Union Bank, we're proud to invest in community. You'll see our logo or our team in every corner of our town because we're much more than just your bank. We're your friends and neighbors too. We're Union Bank, rooted in community and focused on you. Member.
Does shelter insurance cover shiny red cars?
Yeah.
What about purple vans?
Also, yes.
Monster trucks?
What's going on, son?
From shiny red cars to purple minivans, you can count on Shelter's local agents to help you protect what matters most.
Warren Shoes, your home for Nike, New Balance, North Face, and UGG. Locally owned since 1949. Located in their iconic location on the square in downtown Paris.
Brendan Fields with Johnson Law Office in Paris and Clarksville handles wills, trusts, custody, adoptions, power of attorney, divorces, and personal injury cases. Call 479-847-3002.
All right, good morning, everyone. We are joined this morning by head volleyball coach Jerry here on this lovely Wednesday morning, day after a long road trip to Farmington. And Coach, 2 games into the season, a couple of road trips to 5A opponents in Russellville and Farmington. Outcome not what you hope for, but you schedule tough to make your team better, and I think over the course of these 2 games, you've seen just that. You've seen your team get better. So just talk about these first 2 contests and what you've seen from your team so far in the young season.
You're right, Coach. We schedule 2 5A teams, and when we first scheduled, this is the best Farmington team I've ever seen Farmington have. They were really loaded last night, but, we backed up to Russellville the first game. They're typically a really good team, too, and that's, like you said, we like to schedule tough games early in the season to prepare us for later on. We didn't have the outcomes that we wanted, but, we saw a lot of good things. At Russellville, we just helped them out way too much. We come out with a win in set 1, had a good start in set 2, but then we just couldn't finish. We had way too many errors, and you just can't win volleyball games with that many errors. But, a bright spot for me was one of our sophomore players got experience. Chloe Moore had a great game, I thought. She hit 400 as a hitter. She had very few errors, maybe 1 error, and just was a bright spot for us. She come back and served, and we were down 24-15. She steps back to serve and steps up and just serves us all the way to 24-23, and we just couldn't quite pull that set out. And it could have been a different match if we could have won that point right there, but we didn't. But Taya Thomas, another sophomore, and Addie Harrell, another sophomore, got some experience. Neither one of them had the game that we'd like, but you know what? That's just part of the process with sophomores. You've got to get them out there, get them game experience to help them get better for the year. And then last night, we went to Farmington, and boy, we knew they were good, but man, they were not only good, they were just having a really good night for them. We didn't give them as much help, but boy, they didn't need much help either. I mean, but you know, it took us a little bit longer to get going. I feel like that, you know, Ashton went back and just started serving great. I don't think she served like that in Russellville, but man, if she can keep serving like that. Rowan served great in Russellville at stretches, and last night I feel like Abby served good. I don't have any stats over last night's game yet, so it's kind of going on my memory, but you know, those are the spots from last night that I see we still trying to get experience with a bunch of young players. We I felt like though we battle. And, you know, set 3 last night, after really getting putting it to us pretty good in set 1 and taking us a little bit to get going, our girls were battling, and that's what I really want to see. I felt like when you said that we are seeing improvement, last night showed me a lot about when we played set 3. You know, it's a 20-21 ball game, and we're right there with, and Farmington might be one of the best teams we see this season. They were that good last night. So when we can play a team like that close, and maybe if we could pull out a win from a set, would be a little bit more momentum. But I feel like playing them that tough for set 3 shows us that we can come back. You know, Ashton and Rowan had some great kills. You know, their offense was going a little bit better during that run, which is what we got to have. But again, it's a process to get to the consistency. It just doesn't happen overnight. And especially when you throw, you know, 4 sophomores in the mix, you know, it's just going to take you some time. And that's what I've been telling the girls all along. This is a process. We're scheduling big early. We know it's going to be tough, but that's what we need to prepare for our conference season and then towards postseason at the end of the year, which that's when we really want to be playing well, is come late October.
All right, and Coach, you talk about that non-conference schedule, and there's really no rest for the weary because, you know, you get back from this long road trip to Farmington against a high-quality opponent, and here a day from now you're going to host Van Buren, so, you know, not moving down in the size of your competition any, but at least is a home game, your first real home game to start the season, not counting the benefit game against Lone Oak. And then Saturday, you know, you head to Little Rock for Spike Fest, which is always a difficult day. I mean, there's a lot of competition that you'll see down there in Little Rock from several different classifications. You know, you're going to see some tough opponents down there. Talk a little bit about the rest of this week as you prepare for Van Buren and Spike Fest, and again, just reiterate how this tough non-conference schedule really just makes your team better for once we get to conference play.
Well, we've kind of always had that philosophy about, you know, schedule tough and play tough. To be good, you've got to play good teams. And so you're right there. Van Buren, we've seen them this summer. They're another good team. They're big. You know, I don't think they're going to play as clean as Farmington did last night, but, you know, they're another team a lot like Russellville. If we give them some help, they're going to beat us. Now, if we play, I feel like we did even in set 3 last night, you know, I feel like we can really battle them. And again, we're looking for a team to grow and get better, looking for the consistency. So I'm hoping we can take off of set 3 last night, moving into a Van Buren and really play better Thursday night. Again, a home game. I expect a bunch of people here, a big crowd. And, you know, that's what I noticed last night, even at Farmington, a big 5A school. They didn't really have the crowd that we have at home games. And so our cheering section, our student body over there, you know, they can add some life. And volleyball is just that way, you know. It's a lot about getting momentum. And, you know, Farmington had the momentum early last night in set 1. We couldn't get it. You know, they pretty much handle us in set 1, but we come back in set 3 because, you know, basketball at the end of the halftime, if it's, you know, 50-20, well, that's the score starting the third quarter. But in volleyball, when set 1's over, you know, set 2 is back to 0-0. Rebuild, and you've got to learn how to stay on top. And you know, like I said, Van Buren's going to be tough.
They're really tall and really long. I'm looking forward to that battle. And then when we go to Spike Fest, you're right. There's always great competition there. But again, that's why we schedule it, because there is great competition. The pool that I think we're in, unless they make some changes, have got us against North Little Rock and Valley View. For any of you that know volleyball, you know that Valley View is like the program over the last 20 years or so. I mean, they have just really dominated volleyball to a large extent. So it's not going to be easy. And North Little Rock, whenever Coach Hudson was there, he told me that was the largest high school in the state of Arkansas at the time. It might not be now, but it's still one of the largest schools in the state. And, they always have athletes there at North Little Rock. We played them a few times at Spike Fest. They always have great athletes. So, I'm expecting it to be tough come Saturday at Spike Fest, too. But again, that's what we're looking for, to try to build our program, to play those tough teams and see if we can battle and get some wins down here against quality teams.
All right, thank you, Coach. And yes, an exciting week of volleyball ahead. We hope that you can join us here in person on Thursday for the first home game against Van Buren. But if you can't, we invite you to watch the game here on the Eagle broadcast. And we're excited for a volleyball team that's getting better every game, and looking forward to the rest of the season. We'll let Coach get back to his junior high practice right now, and we'll thank everybody for joining us this morning for our coach's interview with Coach Jerry Fulmer. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Ameriprise Financial delivers financial solutions for today and tomorrow through a comprehensive and personalized financial planning approach built on a long-term relationship with a knowledgeable advisor. See Stephen Morgan and Associates in Paris or Ozark today. El Parion Mexican Restaurant, located on Highway 22 on the west side of Paris, for the best in Mexican cuisine. Go see them today at El Parion Mexican Restaurant in Paris. Ron Trusty and Logan County Insurance have been in the same location for 40 years. Proud Paris alumni. Go see him for your auto, home, life, commercial, and bonds. That's Ron Trusty at Logan County Insurance in Paris. Thank you for joining us for the Lady Eagle Volleyball Coaches Show, brought to you by Logan County Glass and Mirror. Join us again next week when Coach Jerry Fulmer brings us more information and updates about Paris Lady Eagle Volleyball.